Okay. All right, YouTube. Sorry, we had a little technical difficulties today. I don't know. I still have no idea what went on. We're gonna be trying to push with the donginator. Dong whop. See, I'm not entirely sure that we can outpush Kayle, which is interesting because I thought we could. This was the thing that. Oh,
subscribe.
Riku Kami, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know about this. Like, I feel like all Heimerdinger lanes are a race to see if we can push and get them under turret, and then just never get ganked because we got 1 million turrets. But it looks like you can't push right away. It looks like you can't keep up with him. And if you can't keep up with him, you're effectively counterpicked. And as Heimerdinger, if we're counterpicked, we're really in trouble. This, I think this is the turret placement that we needed to aim for, though, to be honest. And correct me if I'm wrong. Could we not have gotten 3 turrets down, level 1? Pai Tai? You're playing Heimerdinger and you play him a lot, so you're gonna know better than me on this one. But when we came into lane, I'm wondering if we couldn't have had 3 down by now. Or no, I'm sorry, who is this? Who is this? This is Scrub, right? I'm sorry, this is Scrub. Yeah. We could have 3 turrets down. I'm pretty sure. Scrub's not a sub. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that we can have 3 turrets down, level 1. Almost positive. So I think that was our first mistake. And you subs can chime in and correct me if I'm wrong. But if we don't have the 3 turrets down, at level 1, that kind of sucks. Yeah, okay. Never mind. This changes things a little bit for me. So we needed to be hammering these out faster. We needed to come into lane. Now that I played Heimer a little bit, but it was so fucking long ago. And I played him, when I did play him, I normally would like start a camp, which is something you can think about too. Like screw around and steal Golem or something. But it still won't get you level 2, so I don't know if that works anymore. But the first thing we gotta do is understand where Heimerdinger's strengths are, where his weaknesses are. Of all the times that I've played against Heimerdinger, the times that I lose is when I'm in this position under turret and I can't do anything. Hell, I think I've even lost a fucking, I think I've even lost a sub game. I don't think he could have taken a camp, by the way, because Fiddle was starting blue side. I don't think Fiddle would have liked that. Unless he snuck into the enemy's golems or chickens. And sorry that this is such a rocky start with explanation, but I'm really trying to make sure that the advice that I'm giving you is not garbage. The things that really piss me off when I face Heimerdinger is when I get in this position under turret. And I think that it really stems from whether or not we get the push out. So, yeah. I think that in general, we need to try to take a camp. And I think I would probably try to walk into here, into the brush, and start putting my turrets down and see if I get fucked with, and see if I can take golems. If you can get 3 turrets down and take golems, you get an early rush on level 2. However, early rush on level 2, we're still going to be pushed in. So I'm not entirely sure if starting a camp is the best move versus Kayle. I think that our best move is to get our 3 turrets down and to shove the and try to outpush. I don't know if we can do it. I don't know if we hold up, but we didn't attempt it here. I wish we had like some Heimerdinger main in the fucking chat to tell me if I'm fucking crazy. But I'm pretty sure that if we had the 3 turrets down in position by the time that the wave connected, I think that we'll be pushing in. And whoever's this is the problem. If Heimerdinger is stuck here, this is where I destroy Heimerdingers. So like if I play like Yasuo top, Tryndamere, hell, even Gangplank, right? Gangplank I get pushed in early, but once I start getting items I push back. Any champion that can't stop you from pushing in and you're just leaking farm over here under turret, that's where Heimerdinger makes his money. So I would encourage you in the future to maximize whatever's going to get you that result. So for example, with Kayle, we know that Kayle can push into us, and we're seeing it now in the replay. So we need to try to get our 3 turrets down and get level 2 and use our level 2 to push. Okay? That's what we needed to do. But as you can see, and this is where it gets tricky, because if you're under turret as Heimerdinger, it's not a very good pick anymore. It's kind of a weak pick now. So this is why I say, if you ever see a matchup like this, and let's say you play against Kayle, and maybe sometime you can have a friend or something go into a custom, like this is an idea. If you want to know how this plays out, just go into a custom with somebody who plays Kayle, and then try to have them push into you and you push into them, and see, like, just pure push power. See who overpowers who, and just try it like 3 or 4 times, and you'll get a better idea of like how you should position your turrets best for it or whatever. And just have the guy, you know, have like a little ceasefire early to where he doesn't attack your turrets or what have you, so you can figure it out. Because this position is just ass. This is, honestly, getting here is already really bad for Heimerdinger. Getting to this point. Because you're just fucking stuck. And you keep putting the turrets in front, which you don't really want to do. You don't want to give him, anytime you place a turret, you can't afford to have them die. Basically. What's up, guys? So now you're pushing out, but I mean, unless you build up some turrets, like, going forward, he's just gonna keep pushing back into you. This would be the first error in our approach. I don't know if you saw, it's cool that you're dealing a lot of damage, but at the same time, I guess, wait, your turrets don't cost mana, do they? No, it's just 20 mana. Yeah, we're definitely gonna push. Go ahead and try to push. When he backs, when he's low, we gotta push. And hope that he, walks in like he's doing. Okay, he does teleport finally. You can't do anything from here. Either. So he backs here. Our mana is so low, but we have 3 turrets. Why didn't we just jam those turrets down, is my question. Or no, we only had 1 turret? Like, I can't tell. I can't see the fucking amount of turrets that we have built up. Fuck. Okay, no, there it is. Yeah, you only have 1. Well, this sucks. I guess then what's most optimal, and this is where... This is a hard one for me to review, because, like, the matchup's really nuanced and weird, and it's all dependent on who pushes into who. But the other thing that's weird here is, like, when Kayle backs and we have this low mana, I'm not entirely sure, like, where we're at. So I guess the most optimal thing to do right here, now that I've figured this out, is that we needed to back here as well. We need to assume that Kayle is dumb because he's backing and not pushing, which I guess he's afraid that you can kill him, but you really can't at the moment, not without Fiddle. And I think that we needed to just back as well and come forward with teleport at the same time.
Donation.
D-Stack, thanks for the 20. I think that's what we needed to do. I think we needed to back as well. Because now, if you stay here, it's kind of a weird spot to be in. You see what I mean? Now your mana's low, you can't really do anything. You needed to back. No matter what you come up with, you needed to reset as well. You can't be here with this low mana, and you can't. If you're gonna try to hang with Kayle just brought attack speed items. Like, you need to come back with some fucking, with some mana and some items of your own. Or you're just, I think you're making a mistake by staying here, to be honest. See, like, you don't have the mana to follow up that gank. You could, if you didn't waste your... If you wanted to kill this guy, you're better off ulting and throwing your E on top of his head and then having Fiddle chain it. Chain the CC. That's like the only way you kill this guy in this position. I mean, whiffing it point blank is bad too. Like, if you hit it, you can also just, you know, throw your big turret, but whatever. Right. Either way, I hate that we're here with the slow mana, because we can't do much to the Kayle when the gank comes. So I think we overstayed. So far, and I'm sorry it's taking me so long to get to this point, but so far the things that I hate is that we didn't push early as fast as we could have. Don't know if it would have outpushed Kayle or not, but I have a suspicion that it probably will if you play it just right and push really fucking fast. And get your turrets down arranged just right in like a formation to where Kayle can't AoE them. And then from there, I think that once we were on the back foot, even though being on the back foot sucks, I think that we needed to back. When Kayle got low, we both needed to back and reset so that we had mana and then we had some more AP to push with. So here, Kayle's going a little crazy in turrets. That's great for you. And this is what we want. And you're backing down, and I don't know why. We really want to be up in this guy's grill. Defend your turret. Like, walk up and defend your turret and drop the next one. Or whatever, you know what I mean? Also, you can pull the minions away from your turret if you need to buy your minions time to catch up. Cool. Well, you get hooked up. Fiddle gets a kill. You want to jam the wave. Kayle doesn't have teleport, so put your turrets down. I hate that we didn't back, but whatever. It works out for now. Wow, he does more damage than I thought he would there. Let me see how you played this. You go to back. I don't know why we're not putting our turret down now, to be honest. And mechanically, The only way you get out of this is by flashing the ult, because you're so low. But once you don't flash the ult, you can pretty much just surrender, because you're never gonna get out. Unlucky. Unlucky. Is that guy retarded? Took us a little while to TP there. Get in position a little faster. I don't like that we're using our turrets like this. Now I can give you real feedback on how to manage this wave now. So you put the turrets down in front here. And I don't know why it matters. Why we would just put them down here. You'd be better off just letting the wave come to you. That way you keep your turrets piled up. Like you keep your little turret stockpile built up. Maybe drop one turret at the most to slow the wave. But ultimately, we want to have turrets positioned in a formation here. At this area. This is our goal, right? And, you know, you said you're new to Heimerdinger. You're also getting coached, so obviously you don't know these things. Or I assume. Your goal is to get the turrets in a formation right here. At all times. Reason being is because you're gonna make it so you poke this guy down under turret, and then eventually you're going to drop the big turret in the front, and then try to stun the guy, and then GG. That's how this looks when we're playing this right. So when you just drop turrets all willy-nilly down here, I don't like it because I want to be up here. If Kayle is gone, we need to start moving forward, so we place our turrets appropriately here, get the wave going, inch forward, and then inch to here, basically, is how this works. So we're just, think like StarCraft, like the old siege tank shit. Basically, that's what we're doing. We're just slowly inching forward, and we're making an arrangement of turrets that's really hard to deal with. You keep putting them in the front like this, it's a little dangerous, formation-wise, because Kayle should just want to, like, AoE them off of this minion. No. This isn't how we make the money. We make the money by putting our turrets down, getting the guy low, and then trying to make the play that you just made. It's a 100-second cooldown when you do that. Again, are we in the formation that we want to be in? Because if we're not here yet, we're not doing what you just did. And just keep inching forward. You have another turret coming. And you're just giving him turrets. That's good trade, though. And then we, you know, you poke him down a bit, and then we go right back to this. But you need to be more proactive with these turrets, like faster. Put them down, push the lane. Put them down, push the lane. This is a fucking race, dude. I'm telling you right now. Get the turrets down and push quickly. You're not, there's no, the way you're playing has no sense of urgency to me. It's a very like, I have a turret. There's a turret there. And there's a turret there. And there's a turret there. Right here, I'm putting my turret down. Like, just as soon as it's up, put it down. Put the turrets down, get to here. Okay? You keep allowing your turrets to face tank when your turrets do more damage than your frontline minions do. So when you do that, you're just throwing turrets away. Those help in pushing, so we'll put those like here in the brush, towards the brush side, so they don't get focused down like that. And you can also wiggle in front of the minions and pull them to the brush so that you can basically push faster with your turrets if you set it up right. Alright. I haven't seen us, for 12 minutes, I have not seen us set up a formation in front of the turret, so. That's the next goal, yeah. You put a zz'rot down, which is horrible. Dude, horrible. zz'rot into Kayle. Don't like it. Not a fan of it. Unnecessary. You'd be better off going like banner first. If you're gonna go any pushing items at all. Yeah, he just baits you into ulting there, which is bad. Oh wow, he punked you there. Very unlucky. Yeah. Let's see how the rest of the game goes. There was no point of teleporting because the lane was frozen because of the zz'rot that you bought. You didn't need to teleport. So like, since the zz'rot's holding the minions right here anyways, you're better off just walking up and teleporting instead of teleporting. Notice how you keep putting your turrets in the front? They're not going to do any damage. You have to predict how close the minions are going to get and how you're going to be able to range your turrets so that like they deal damage without just getting taken down freely. You make a decent trade there with your ult. I didn't mind that ult as much as the other ones. But even still, you're still not putting the turrets down here in the front. You have the zz'rot too, which is going to be tanking some the aggro for you. And you're not building close. Like, you need to be here in this area that I'm drawing. This is the siege zone. Did we just give up our turrets to place a zz'rot? Did I just read that right? Yes, we did. Might as well put the zz'rot here. To be honest, you might as well put the zz'rot here. Or even here. Get more value out of it. Fuck it. You have it now. Does it look like anybody's coming up to stop you anytime soon? Nope. Might as well put the zz'rot here. That way we don't give away our turrets and then we have some sort of buffer so that our turrets can deal damage. So you back away and you give your turrets away. Big mistake. You never want to do this. You never want to back away and just give your turrets away. One of the worst things you can do. This alleviates all lane pressure. And again, our role right here. Right here, baby. Right there, dude. Right here. At home, dude. No fancy dance moves. Just keep it at the base. Keep it at the base. No fancy dance. This is a fancy dance move coming back here, just like Hitch, dude. Just like that Will Smith movie. That's a fancy move. It's an unnecessary fancy move. And now we give up our turrets. Kayle pushes into us, and I don't like it. Cool. Holy shit, what the fuck? That was crazy. Why are you backing? I scared of Vladimir, I guess. Even still, you should be dropping your turrets here and just kiting that guy back if he decides to come up. I don't think there's a reason to back quite yet. Push that lane, shit like that. I think we kind of left Lulu exposed with how we played that. Yeah, we don't want to waste our ult like that. You'd be better off rocketing him because he's running in a straight line. Or just turning the ult on like you're going to do something. I don't know what the cooldown is if we cancel it. Someone would have to check that for me. If we turn our ult on and then reactivate it to cancel, I don't know what our cooldown is. But you could also, if the cancel cooldown isn't that long, then we could also use that as a way to get him off of us. So you activate the ult, and then that pushes him away, and then you can just cancel it or ult if he overplays. I can't imagine if you cancel the cooldowns that long. What are we doing there? If we're not getting any CC, there's no point of putting our turret down like that. There's no cooldown on to cancel, as far as I know. Only using powered ability. Yeah. So you could definitely do that in the future. If someone's chasing you down, you can fake with your ult, which is pretty dirty. That'd be a really good way to, like, when Kayle's doing this shit, where he's just running in your face like this, like when you had your ult earlier, it happened earlier, we could definitely do that move. This is a hideous play there. I don't know what that was. Turrets need to go right here, dude. Same thing as back here when I was like, they need to go here. Turrets need to go right here. So he's constantly just jammed under turret and he doesn't feel like backing. That's the goal. Also, zz'rot now goes here. And then you make the line here. He shouldn't ever want to back. There you go. Just like that. This is better, actually. I think you die somehow, but the only reason you're dying is because... you needed to keep running down. You froze an auto in, and I don't know why. So, you did put the zz'rot where I wanted, but here's the thing. He is on you. And for some reason we Zonya's first, which we don't need to yet. We definitely just want to keep running around the turret, like ring around the Rosie type shit, and then Zonya's last second. And then you stop again, instead of just kiting and just running away. Your turrets do all the work. You don't ever stand still as Heimerdinger unless you're in an animation for like a spell cast. No point of, I mean, you can obviously auto, but like you're moving. Primary focus is moving. So as a result, you die. I think you played that mechanically sloppy, and yeah. Just keep running next time, and you'll win that. Because you got his flash. Or just flash away. You had flash up. Don't know why we're giving top up. Top is gonna fall now because of that wave. Should have probably teleported up there sooner. I'd be debating on teleporting or pushing mid at this point. There's no dragon, so yeah, I'd probably have to teleport now. Yeah, I don't like that we just gave that up. Definitely be in position next time. You have teleport up. There's no reason to take teleport if you're not going to defend in situations like that. Zhonya's was weird. Don't use Zhonya's unless you need to. It's a long cooldown, believe it or not. No point of placing zz'rot there. You had 20 seconds before Kayle shows up, so push the lane all the way in, then zz'rot here, and then arrange that formation that we talked about. So you go mid for some reason without your ult, without pushing top all the way in first. Big mistake. Kayle collects all this farm that she should have never gotten. Big mistake. Don't do that ever again. You have no mana, but you're staying around even though you have teleport. Big mistake again. Just back away and reset, or teleport top and keep pushing. But either way, we should have had zz'rot bearing down on this about here, here, here. And we should have had the wave on the turret. And then we could have backed and teleport flanked or do all sorts of shit. Or just go bottom and start pushing. Like, there's so many things that we could do differently here. Fiddle ults in, but he has absolutely no follow-up because you guys just aren't able to follow up right now. Just a silly ult by Fiddle. You float around without mana for like what seems like an hour when you could have just backed and home guards forward with full mana. Next time when your mana's low, just back. Now you're going top. You're leaving the wave again to chase a kill. Always push the wave first. Don't over chase. You put your zz'rot down even though you're about to push this wave out. There's no point in putting your zz'rot down until this wave is pushed. So next time, push the wave, push this, get it going, then place a zz'rot here or here, or you know, just anywhere is better than what you're doing with it. You keep putting it halfway down the map, but the thing is, you're already beyond halfway. You have the turret down, so there's no point in just placing it for no reason. Strange zz'rot usage. Again, Kayle's not even present, but you still don't push. We should be pushing here. A lot of mistakes in the mid-game cleanup. So that top wave should have already been pushed in by now and hitting the turret.
Blue team's turret has
I like how we're doing objectives. Malphite engages, which is horrendous. Don't ult there. There's no. He's dead. He's clearly dead. Do not waste your ult there like that. Keep that ult. Putting a zz'rot here for some reason when you're very clearly going to be able to push to this point is silly. You could just zz'rot here if you really want to put pressure on the map. And you would also have your ult to work off of and push with.
killing spree. Red team's turret has been destroyed.
So here you're set up just outside the turret. That's great. That was awesome. This is why I say this is what we should have been doing. You actually did what I wanted you to do for the past 30 minutes just now, which was set up a formation, big turret on the tower, kill people, and then reset. Kayle's bigger than she should be, obviously. We could clean that up next time we do this matchup. Your team wants to do a Baron. Don't know why you're not teleporting there and helping them. I hope they don't die because of this. Looks like they're gonna get it without you. Nice. Beauty. Okay, so you didn't rotate, which actually was probably the more optimal move because they were able to get it without you. So that means now we are just pushing. Again, zz'rot wasted. There's no point in putting a zz'rot here when you're going to be here in a moment anyways. Your team gets wiped and you lose. Looks like.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
When you backed here and you weren't planning on defending 1v5, you're better off just pushing the turret. And then because you have the empowered back, you can back once they get on the inhib and then just show up. Because otherwise you weren't going to do anything anyways. That's dope, boss. That's where the coach. That's why we coach, dude. That's why we coach. Yeah, that's a pretty good fiddle. Don't know why he zoned right away though. He could have got more done there. Either way, overall, our lane phase, like, I struggled with this replay at the beginning because I wasn't entirely sure how Heimerdinger worked in terms of his turrets, but I see now that most likely we could push into Kayle. The zz'rot I think was a bad buy because you didn't use it right, and honestly I just think it's a bad buy in general unless you're doing like zz'rot banner or some shit like that, but like even still I don't think you need it. I think you're much better off just getting, you know, Zhonya's, Rylai's, just a couple Thorns rings and just pushing. But in the future, this formation is what we're after. We need to get to that point to form up our turrets as fast as possible. Same thing here. When we got this guy, you know, when we had opportunities to push, we never shoved the lane in and we wouldn't set up here. That's where Heimerdinger makes his money. It's a race. There's none of this fucking, I'm gonna set up the turrets and here I go. I'm doing it now. Like, it's a very, like, I put turrets down, I push the lane, I put my turrets closer, I push the lane, I range turrets in a way to where my minions don't kill them, or the champion that I'm fighting has to take a lot of damage in order to kill them, and I repeat as fast as possible, get big, you know, get banner, get zz'rot if that's your thing, or just do what I was saying, which is just Rylai's and Zhonya's and then more damage. But overall, if we improve how we approach it in terms of efficiency, we're going to do a lot better. No one wants to play against Heimerdinger in that position when they're stuck under turret and they can't push back out. The only way they get bailed out is by the jungler, and then once you're better at Heimerdinger, you can just 2v1 and then keep pushing, and the game's over. Overall, you got some work to do, a lot of work to do, especially in the mid game. Don't even bother with zz'rot if you're not going to place it right. And don't even bother with zz'rot if you don't know how to push yet. Push lanes first. Drop zz'rot close to the lane that you push. Don't just drop the zz'rot all willy-nilly. There's no point of that. Yeah, and then we'll be able to dominate this Kayle in the future, and we'll be able to just dominate the game. It's very easy, but that's the play style. The other thing Twitch chat was suggesting was that we take camps. Definitely experiment with that. Experiment with invading, like solo invade and going for like golems or like chickens and see how often you get caught. Maybe try it in norms a couple times. But yeah, dude, good replay, good learning opportunity for myself and you. I definitely understand the mid-game portion of Heimerdinger. Early game, I'm not entirely sure who wins the push battle, but I think you have the edge. You can definitely correct me if I'm wrong after you try it a couple times. But, you know, eventually you will, once you get some items, you will be able to push out, no problem. All right, this is MartyC, SpanishGaming.tv. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, all that bullshit. I'm out. Peace, cracks. Thank you.